And give me... or give MON rather. Short sword. And we'll also have plenty of gold in order to identify those rings. You don't have helmets either. Well, that's okay. We'll be finding helmets for free in a few minutes when we start one of the many side quests. Actually, speaking of side quests, we can go up, position our party like so. Okay, so this is pretty much as awesomely equipped as we're going to be at the moment. I will eventually upgrade everybody's armor once we get the chance. And the money. I need a helmet for Jahara, which we'll be able to find for free, and I know there's a place that sells studded leather before too long. Yeah, a lot of the locks in here, when I went through on my practice file, I couldn't pick them. I could try forcing them, but I don't think that forcing them really works that well either. Yeah. So, I'm going to wait until later when MON's lock-picking skill is a lot better. But there are some people up here that we can talk to in order to get quests and whatnot. That noble is not one of them. I don't like him, so I'm just going to not talk to him. And it's for the best, because he doesn't want us to talk to him anyway.
You cannot get better than the stability stone walls provide.
And this is Enshi, or Unshi rather. She's a gnome or a dwarf or something. And he says, I don't know if it's a he or a she. I think it's a he, actually, now that I think about it. Have you heard there's a rogue ogre with a belt fetish to the south of the Friendly Arm Inn? I had to bargain my new girdle of piercing for my life out there. Wasn't even interested in an autographed copy of my book. Hey, if you get that belt back to me, I'd be mighty grateful. Okay, and we'll actually be doing that in just a bit. Within the confines of this video session, I mean, there's actually one side quest we actually won't be able to do until a little later, probably the next session when I get to Baragost. Alright. So for those of you who are wondering why I didn't go after the ogre with the belts right away, it's because, I mean, I know exactly where he is, and people who have played this game before pretty much know exactly where he is. Steal from there. Unless it's locked. Excuse me. Oh, they're just throwing knives at me. I don't want that crap. I'm not even gonna bother with that. But yeah, I'm a big fan of continuity. I normally don't like to start side quests unless I talk to the people. But sometimes I will if it's unavoidable. I think it's locked, yes. Like, there might be a side quest in Baragost that I might have to do without triggering it, because the guy who gives it to me is kind of glitchy, and sometimes he won't give it to you right away. But you can still, you know, get the item and finish it. Yeah, I'd like to think if I had a little bit of a stronger, a higher strength, I could break these, but because I know I did have a a couple of characters I made. I was, you know, making characters for. Let's talk to this guy real quick before I get to. Oh, no, you're not the guy I want to talk to. Anyway, I actually went through like 2 other character generations before I came up with this one for the LP. The first one had the same kind of stats. But there was something I didn't like about him, so I just re-rolled him. And then there was at one point a second character I had that I was going to use at the very least in my practice file, but I accidentally put the what do you call it? The proficiency points into short sword rather than large sword. And that's a pity because I had an 1800 strength on him, which is the highest you can get in character generation, because the 00 means basically 100. So I basically had to settle for this guy, and it's not bad. He has like an 1880 strength, I believe, which is still good, very good actually. But the numbers at the end still make a difference. Anyway, Landrin says, I know this is a female, but that's not really all that important. He says, "Hey, I got an infestation of poisonous spiders in my cellar in Baragos. Bentley said I could stay here until they move on, but I hate to impose. You'll know the house when you see it, just to the west of the Jovial Juggler Inn. Here, take these potions with you. They're antidotes against the poison. Keep whatever you don't use, and I'll give you an extra 120 gold pieces if you bring back my husband's old boots that he keeps down there. If you can bring back one of their bodies and my old bottle of wine as well, I might throw in a little extra, something extra too." Yeah, I like how these characters just, like, assume that you're going to do it. I mean, okay, yeah, I am going to do it. But it's like, you know, okay. Sure, I guess. They automatically stack themselves. Well, I will actually be distributing these among my party members, because they're not just useful against spiders, they're useful against any poison. Now here is the noble I wanted to talk to. As much as, you know, talking to nobles. Like, about time you showed. Here, I need these tunics cleaned and pressed by this eve, and be extra careful with the golden pantaloons. It took 15 women and a small boy from Kalimshan 12 days and 4 nights to weave them, so be careful on the seams. Well, get going. And I'll say, "Sir, yes sir, pantaloons pressed and ready by tonight, or breakfast is free, sir. Done and done. Be on your way." Wait a moment, don't you dare go anywhere. Here's a extra couple of coins. Put a pleat and that would make Daddy proud, if you know what I mean. Now get! Oh, okay, so he gave us a couple extra coins. And we got golden pantaloons. I guess we can identify them. They don't do anything, and I'll identify them just, you know. I know I'm a money waster, but I don't like having unidentified things on me, even if I do know what they do. And golden pantaloons don't really do anything. In fact, they're not going to do anything at all in Baldur's Gate. And by Baldur's Gate, I mean Baldur's Gate 1. But I'm going to keep them anyway. Those of you who know why, well, you'll know why. But the golden pantaloons, for those of you who don't know, the golden pantaloons are actually integral for unlocking a really cool, neato thing in Baldur's Gate 2. And I thought it was pretty cool how Black Isle and BioWare thought ahead to Baldur's Gate 2 for that. And I actually heard rumors at one point about there being a Baldur's Gate 3. I really don't think that that's going to happen. And you know, the game is already technically a trilogy. The third part being the expansion to Baldur's Gate 2, and I think that, you know, that's really the way it was meant to be. But I have heard on and off rumors that BioWare may be making a Baldur's Gate 3, and if it happens, well, oh. You know, I did forget to buy an axe for Khalid earlier, and I guess I'll just take that one. But anyway, yeah, BioWare, I mean, they've made some damn good games lately. You know, BioWare is, it's a club, isn't it? Yeah. Oops, I did not mean to do that. But yeah, BioWare makes some damn good games, and they're really one of the rarities nowadays. Because, I'll be honest with you, I've not been overly excited for a lot of games coming out nowadays because it's just more of the same. I mean, sure, I'm fairly sure that they're fun, but a lot of stuff hasn't been interesting me nowadays. I mean, I still got a whole bunch of games that I would need to beat. I still need to beat Mass Effect 2. because I've been kind of playing that on and off. When Pokemon Heart Gold came out, I kind of was like, oh, I successfully forced the lock open. That's exactly what I said when Pokemon came out. I was like, I successfully forced the lock open. Wow. But you know, there's an Onyx ring in there, I believe. But